These two brothers who started their careers out together face off here at the Showcase of Immortals, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. This one is personal after everything these two have been through. And Jeff Hardy wasting little time punishing his brother, Matt. Anything can happen. That was a WrestleMania magazine sign. And that poster nailing Matt Hardy. Anything goes. No disqualification, no count out. And there's one thing we know about these two. These two are the kings of ladder matches, competing in some incredible ladder matches a few years ago against the Dudleys and Edge and Christian. Meanwhile, Jeff Hardy throwing caution to the wind, taking out Matt Hardy into the barricade. So when it comes to being extreme, these two know what it's all about. And there's nothing that Jeff Hardy won't do when it comes to heights. And Jeff Hardy, when it comes to Jeff Hardy, I am pretty sure heights are afraid of Jeff Hardy. Meanwhile, Jeff Hardy looking to take out Matt. And sometimes you take a chance and it doesn't always play out in your favor. But Jeff, looking for a whisper in the wind, but there was no whisper. The only thing there was a chair to the lower back of Jeff Hardy. And Matt for the cover, and Jeff gets the shoulder up at 2. We knew this was going to be an extreme match. It's in the title. Extreme Rules. But when things get so personal like this, what you would expect from an Extreme Rules match gets elevated by a million. Is that a vacuum? That's a dry vac. Okay. Just clock Jeff in the skull, looking for an early victory here. Got a 2 count. Meanwhile, Matt Hardy unloading on his brother. And it's interesting how all this played out. It was Jeff who received a phone call from his father not to have this match with his brother. Oh! And a side effect from Matt for the victory. But Jeff able to kick out at 2. And with everything that's happened to these two, they both lost their mother. They lost their mother very young. And they are left with their father, who now has to sit and watch his 2 sons go at it in this hellacious Extreme Rules match that already in the first few minutes, things have escalated. And it's only going to get more extreme between these two. Oh, no. Look at the way that Matt is bending the body of Jeff. You see how the leg is bending back, the lower. Just the way that Jeff's rib cage is being pulled into the steel ring post. The way his back was being torqued. That's going to do a lot of damage to the lower back, to the leg. And here comes a table into play. And this is about to escalate. And Matt setting up that table. Meanwhile, Jeff still trying to regroup from what he just experienced. And once upon a time, a brotherhood. These two had multi-time tag team champions, have traveled the world together, hate each other with all their hearts for everything that's happened between these two. Jeff wants to make sure Matt Hardy pays. Matt Hardy wants to put down his younger brother once and for all. Oh my God. And Jeff Hardy now starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. And a kick sends Matt Hardy back first into those steel steps. And there's nothing that can beat the feeling of that steel. There's nothing that beats it. The steel's always going to win. Oh, what a wicked sounding shot. Probably felt just as bad as that shot sounded. Jeff Hardy's got a crutch and a kendo stick. I imagine he's not using it just to give Matt Hardy something to use after this match. After all the damage he causes, I imagine he plans to use it as a weapon. Meanwhile, it's time to take out the trash. Oh, and there's that crutch nailing it into the trash can that's over Matt Hardy. Up and a kick into the steel trash can covering the upper part of Matt. And now Jeff going for the cover. Will it be? And to put this one away, it will not. As Matt able to kick out at 2. And there are very few brother versus brother matches that have taken place here on the here at the Showcase of Immortals. 1, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, WrestleMania 10, WrestleMania 14, and 20, The Undertaker and Kane. And now, WrestleMania 25, Matt and Jeff Hardy. Meanwhile, a twist of fate is going to put this one away, but Jeff Hardy survives. The fate of Jeff may have been twisted, but the spirit is not dead as Jeff stays alive in this match. And now Matt calling his shot as he heads up to the top. Here comes Jeff fighting back at Matt Hardy. Suplex takes down Matt Hardy. And Jeff has that steel chair in hand. Boom! What a shot to the side of Matt. And it all started back at the Royal Rumble with that very object, a steel chair, using it on Jeff Hardy. And now Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy have really escalated things since the Royal Rumble. That chair hitting the side of Matt Hardy the way it did, the side of the head. Jeff Hardy looked for a second and thought, and he changed his mind, had an idea. I have no idea what Jeff Hardy is thinking, but whatever it is, it's going to be absolutely devastating. What in the world could Jeff Hardy know? And Matt Hardy has not moved whatsoever. And Jeff Hardy throwing again, putting his body on the line. He's going to go to the first table. Oh my God! Broken chairs, broken tables. There's broken family. These two are absolutely broken. As Jeff, with a splash right through the tables, the first one crashing through, then landing onto Matt, crashing through the second. And I think Matt's going to have to call it at this point. You got to think it's almost over for Matt Hardy after what we just saw. You got to think this is it. Matt Hardy was able to somehow find the bottom rope. I'm surprised he even knows where he is. But great instincts on Matt Hardy to realize where he was to find the bottom rope. And let's get one more look at this. Just absolute astonishing move from Jeff Hardy. The way he risked it all. And now has the tallest ladder he can find to risk it all once more. These ladders, of course, are for the Money in the Bank ladder match. We're going to have I can only imagine what Jeff Hardy has planned for his brother. And a leg drop to Matt. And opening up that extremely tall ladder. That ladder's got to be 14 feet tall. At least. And now setting up that smaller ladder. You can only imagine what Jeff Hardy's got in mind as he climbs the small ladder first. What on earth could Jeff possibly be thinking? There's always something going on in the mind of Jeff Hardy. I can only imagine what he's planning. Oh, went for a leg drop. But no, buddy, home. Matt Hardy with the opportunity to capitalize. But his body worse for wear after what these two have put their bodies through in this Extreme Rules match. And the referee, all he can do is just watch these two tear each other apart. Like arch rivals. The way these two are going at it, you almost forget that they're brothers. But you can't because of their last. No, not this. Oh my God! Jeff Hardy's neck's got to be broken. That's it. That's it. That's it. And Matt Hardy gets the victory. That was rough to watch. That twist of fate at the end onto that chair. I can't believe it, what we just saw. You can see these two are bruised and broken. Matt Hardy just barely standing on his own 2 feet. Jeff Hardy took a chance that was extremely risky and it didn't work out for him. But when it comes to it, sometimes you just got to take that risk because it could take you where you want to go, or you go out and lose the fight swinging. And that's exactly what Jeff Hardy did. He left the fight swinging. He may not have won, but he definitely took extreme risks to make sure he could. But in the end, Matt Hardy prevails here at the Showcase of Immortals on the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania.